Marc J. Spears from Anscape is joining us from Miami. My man is racking up the frequent flyer miles as usual. You were in Philly last night. We'll get to that to start. Miami tonight for Game 5. And then you head to New Orleans tomorrow. So we're going to make our way around the playoffs with you, Marc J. Spears. Starting with Philadelphia. So look, man, only 3 teams, as you know, have ever so much as forced a Game 7 after falling behind 3-0. Of course, nobody's ever come back from 3-0. I guess it feels rather fitting that Doc Rivers and James Harden are on the verge of being the first team to ever choke away a 3-0 lead. I know I do not trust them to go on the road and beat Toronto in Game 6, and I for damn sure don't trust them in a closeout game at home in Philadelphia. So, Michael, I don't know if this still counts, but my pre-series prediction that I jumped off of Raptors winning this series is actually going to come to pass, Marc Spears. What say you? Are the Sixers really about to blow this?
Man, from what I saw yesterday, it didn't look good, guys. And they just had a bad vibe. It looked like the team that was down in the series, not up in the series. And the confidence of the Raptors is just brewing. It's brewing. Like they believe that they're going to win this series. And the sense I got when some of the players were leaving the locker room was like, yeah, we got them where we need them. We're good. We're going home. We'll be back. Like they're budding in confidence. And you know, it certainly was a disappointing night for the Sixers there at home. And I hadn't been to a game in Philadelphia in years, and their crowd was ready to celebrate. Meek Mill was there, and man, they tried to bring him up, but they just weren't fighting. They didn't have any sense of urgency. They didn't have a fighting spirit. It does seem like Embiid's injury is bothering them. James Harden seems lost. Man, Maxey seemed like, and Harris, I thought both of them played well offensively, but there was nothing intimidating about this Sixers team. There certainly is a lot of reason to be worried about them right now.
All right, so let me ask you this. We all know Doc Rivers and love talking with Doc. He's really a fascinating guy to interview, as we all know. And Marc, you covered him for the 2008 championship team in Boston. So I know he feels like this is not a fair knock on him, that, you know, he's always helming a ship that seems to be sinking at the most inopportune time. But yeah, can you see any kind of pattern? Is there any fairness to, hey, this is what Doc Rivers teams tend to do?
I think the pattern is you gotta, you know, I think coaches get too much blame and too much credit, right? If you look at one of those times in the bubble, I was there. Those Clippers players didn't want to be there from the moment we got to the bubble. You had 3 guys that all took, you know, leaves of absences. Also, obviously, there were personal reasons involved, but that kind of threw everything into a whack. You know, the Clippers were a team that voted not to be in the bubble before they got there. They voted to leave when they had the, you know, Milwaukee Bucks walked out. They just didn't want to be there. So that was one of the oddest games I've been to. When the Nuggets knocked them off, you had guys asking to come out the game. I have a hard time putting that one on Doc Rivers. It's hard to motivate a band that doesn't want to play music. And those guys definitely wanted it out. And with this group, just something just ain't clicking with James Harden there. You know, and Embiid's injury just somehow got leaked out. Like, we got to start. We got to make these players accountable, too. I mean, Doc's not missing shots or not taking shots, right? Like, why is it his fault? I mean, I don't know that there was any coaching move he could have did that would have altered the dynamics of yesterday's game. The Raptors just looked and played better.
Don't worry. There's going to be plenty enough slander to go around for both Doc and James Harden if it comes down to that. It'll be interesting to see who gets it worse, the Nets after last night or Doc and James Harden if the Sixers do, in fact, blow a 3-0 lead, which at this point I believe that they will. But going to those Nets, where does Brooklyn go from here, Marc J. Spears?
Man, just get away. Like, literally go to
Log
Cancun.
off.
Yeah, go to
Get
Cancun,
off IG, KD.
somewhere, man. Go somewhere far and just turn it off. And KD, turn off your phone, man. Just get away from it. They need to unplug. There's certainly, to me, a lot of finger pointing that they could do all over the place, whether it's the coach, whether it's KD not playing well, whether it's Kyrie missing an amazing amount of games, Ben Simmons. Just go away, man. Just turn it off, because it was doomed from the beginning. And maybe with a longer offseason for Ben, maybe if the pandemic is handled, that they could have a normal season next year. Obviously, people are keeping an eye on Steve Nash, and whether he could end up being somebody that's exercised in all this, but it just looked bad. If they had to fight in the play-in, come on. Like, I saw it, and there's no team in the NBA playing better basketball than the Boston Celtics right now. So it was just bad all the way around.
Well, you know what? That's a perfect segue for something I want to ask you, and see if you think this take is a little crazy. But, last year I looked at Giannis as a top 5 player, clearly. Top 5 player in the league. And he went from 5 or 4 to 1 after I watched what he did in the playoffs, especially in Game 6. So he's still my 1. Giannis is my 1. Jason Tatum was outside of the top 5 for me before the playoffs started. 4 games.
Down that door, huh?
4 games. I think he's a top 5 party crasher. Yeah, 4 guys.
He's in your top. He's in your top 5 right now as we speak. He's in your top 5.
Number 5.
You get to 5 quick. You get to 5 quick in the NBA. You get to 5 real.
I get to 4 and 5 quick.
Go.
Yeah. I got 5.
Top 5. Go. Giannis.
All right.
Who else?
Giannis.
Go.
Who else? I can't think of nobody.
You tell me. You tell me. You the one saying Tatum in the top 5.
No.
You tell me.
I got Giannis. I got Durant. I got Tatum. Am I forgetting anybody obvious? I'm probably not.
Yeah, you are. Jokic.
Who?
Curry.
Jokic, Embiid, Steph, Luka.
LeBron James.
Wait a minute. I'm not.
LeBron's
no, LeBron
out?
James. No, not right now. No, not right now.
Okay.
Got to put LeBron on
All right.
Got to put LeBron out. I'll put Jokic in there. Is that 5?
Probably
Curry.
Probably at 8 right now.
Curry on the outside. Curry on the outside.
Steph Curry's on the outside. Man.
Outside of the top 5. Yeah.
Prisoner of the moment.
Man,
I'm telling you.
Tatum's playing,
because
I'm not
why?
gonna fight you. I'm not going to fight you on
He's
Tatum
a
right now.
two-way player right now. Mark Spears, two-way player.
Hey, I'm not going to fight you on Tatum right now. I think Ime Udoka, who's done an amazing job, coach of the year type of job, has brought the best out of him and basically pushed him to say, hey, stop looking at these elite guys as your big brother and start dominating them. And I see a difference, man. He looks like he belongs. I think Brandon Ingram is playing the same type of way, just basically saying, I'm going to stop letting the game come to me, and I'm just going to just be a Jordan-esque kind of scorer. And so to me, if there are 2 guys in this postseason that have taken it to the next level, a superstar level, by my jersey level, it's Tatum and Brandon Ingram.
Shout out, Duke.
Okay, wait. Hold on. I guess I'm gonna sound like a hater right now. No, like, I love Jason
Come on,
Tatum.
hate.
Okay.
Hate on it.
No, I'm not hating. I'm not hating. I appreciate the take, but again, you could be elite. You could be a superstar. You could be ascending. You could be all of those things. Top 5 though. Again, you get to 5 real quick. Quick, and maybe I'm just not. I don't know. I hold on to that. I hold that dear and dear. Okay, first of all, I don't know how he's going to be on MVP ballot, so he's top 5 by that metric. He'll be on. Yep. He might finish 5th in MVP voting.
He'll be first team All NBA.
Okay, so we put so sorry. Steph's still a top 5 player in the NBA right now. Durant's still a top 5 player in the NBA right now. To me.
Okay.
Durant's still a top 5 player in the NBA right now. Okay. We talked about this the other day. You can be the best player in the series and not be the better player overall.
That's right.
Jokic's about to be back-to-back MVP. All right.
Jokic's about to be home.
I mean, Embiid's a top 5 player.
I'm just playing.
No, that's true though. That's true. Luka.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
Is he
and
better
you
than
kicking
Booker?
LeBron
You
to
take
the curb.
Luka? Would you take Luka over Tatum?
I think it's an argument. It's an argument. At least.
Does Luka play D?
Luke, not like Tatum. Even if he does, not like Tatum. No, but the answer is probably no, but not like Tatum. But I mean, here's another guy in these playoffs that's reestablishing himself. Jimmy Butler. I mean, and then we're just talking about the healthy dudes.
Hey
You
man,
got injured dudes
can we stop overlooking Devin Booker? I know he's hurt right now.
Devin Booker. I was just about to say that the injured dudes. Devin Booker's one of them.
He has to be in every conversation from this point forward.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about him. Why is it a Phoenix thing or whatever? I've asked his people why his name doesn't come up. From now on,
You know what it is?
Devin Booker needs to be in every conversation.
Is it CP3?
You know what it is,
Does
so
CP3 kind of like unintentionally take away from the credit that Booker should be getting?
Perhaps,
Mike?
yeah.
Mike, what do you think? What
But
do you
he's
think it is?
special.
Yeah,
with
no, I
Devin
was
Booker?
gonna say, I think part of the problem is, and Devin Booker, I have no problem with Devin Booker being there. Part of the problem is when we do these things, they change faster than we want to acknowledge. So we always get to, I'm gonna be ageist here. Can I be ageist here for a second? We always put the veterans. We let the veterans. This ain't the Supreme Court. You just can't be top 5 and you go stay there.
You don't have a lifetime appointment. No, that's fair.
We
But you got to do more.
so
we got to do more than go to the
set-
conference finals, don't you?
Oh, so what if you've never been to the conference final? Has Jokic been to? Yeah, he has. But I'm saying, if you've been to the conference final, is that it? You got to go to the conference finals to be on there? Luka's never been to the
I'm saying
conference
Tatum.
finals.
I'm saying for Tatum, Tatum might run into Milwaukee, even though Middleton's out. They might run into Milwaukee next round and get sent home for all we know. As great as they look after this one series.
That's gonna be a hard series. No question.
But going back to Devin Booker though, Spears, his value is pretty obvious because some people knew in Game 2 that the Suns were in for a fight. You are going to New Orleans tomorrow. Your boy Michael Holley was in denial, disrespected NOLA, disrespected the 504, was clowning on the Smoothie King Center, dog. Please
Smoothie King.
educate this man
It's hostile.
on the fact
It's a
that the
hostile environment.
Pelicans, they made
Nobody
the
wants
playoffs
it.
via the play. They made the playoffs via the play-in, Spears. But tell Michael Holley why they are not a play-in team, if you will. You understand what I'm saying?
Willie Green has them dudes fighting like no other Pelicans team I've seen before. These guys all know their roles. The same way we're seeing Jason Tatum step his game up, Brandon Ingram is stepping his game up to be an elite scorer, and I don't see him dropping off of that. C.J. McCollum has been an amazing leadership force for him, steady giving them 20 points a game. And then defensively, they got length, and their young guys are balling, and they don't look like they just started playing. This is a scary team. And I'm going to say this, and you guys can file this away. I don't think Devin Booker's coming back in this series, and if the Pelicans do win this series, they will be in the West Finals.
Wow.
So you have them
I think they're good enough to beat either Dallas or Utah.
2-7. Oh, I'm sorry.
I would not be surprised. And then here's the thing. If they advance, that's when the pressure gets on, okay, you ready, Zion? Are you really ready? Does ownership start getting a little like, hey, man, we got a shot at this now. Let big fella go. Let him out. There's some really intriguing things that with this game, they play tonight, right?
Yeah.
Pelicans win this game. You want to talk about Smoothie King being, boy, it's going to be more no limit than Smoothie King. It's going to be crazy.
Hey, man, no, wait. Hey,
Master P going to come with the tanks.
Brother.
You know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne might show up. It's going to be crazy in that joint. All you're going to hear is bounce music.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Smoothie King is just a name.
Hey, I know it's your name.
Bro, he don't know nothing about New
It's
Orleans,
like
Spears.
I do know that. As a matter of fact, hold on.
He don't know nothing about the boots, Spears.
I tell you, I tell you who I follow. I follow both of y'all on social media. So, Marc Spears, I remember you writing about it. You said it was like a Mardi Gras. You said it's really fun, good vibe in here. It's like a party vibe. You ain't say it was hostile. You ain't say teams didn't want to play
but they
there.
had to play for anything.
Okay.
This is different.
All right.
You been to a Saints game when they got something to play for?
Obviously.
It's probably the most intimidating place in football.
Maybe the next time I see you, we'll be talking about the party scene in New Orleans, and we'll have a little something to drink. And let me take care of it now, brother, since you
I might very well be in Boston soon. We can crack that bottle I gave you.
No, we'll wait till summer. We're going to wait till summer. We got to do it on Martha's Vineyard. I just got to say, we got to do it on Martha's Vineyard. We can't do it in Boston. We got to be on the vineyard.
Yeah,
you got to come down.
That's a pretty bottle there, huh?
So that's a great bottle. Mark Spears.
That's a Magnum bottle too. That ain't no regular bottle.
But you know the best part about this flex? You know the best part? Michael has no problem benefiting from the Lakers' demise. But he up here like rubbed the wrong way, like opposite of Johnny Gill, rubbed the wrong way because LeBron got the nerve to be enjoying his vacation. LeBron living life with Savannah. He like, oh, too soon. You shouldn't be dancing.
And he talking about going
on
to
the
Martha's
island.
Vineyard.
Right, and he got the wine bottle thanks to LeBron. So I just think
we can't open until we get to Martha's Vineyard.
That's right. See, I'm not drinking. Unlike LeBron, I'm not celebrating yet. There's still playoffs to analyze, to talk about, to dissect. We will celebrate after the playoffs, not during LeBron. You should be there.
Hey, what's the name of that beach? The Black Beach?
Oh, yeah, the Inkwell.
Oh, the Inkwell?
Man, I was so disappointed when I saw that beach. It was like 2 people could fit on that beach. I'm like, it was crowded.
Enjoy South Beach.
Inkwell, huh?
Enjoy South Beach. You're in Miami. You're headed to New Orleans. Safe travels, man. We appreciate you. And we'll talk to you again soon, brother. Thank you.
Love y'all, man.
Love you too.
Not the beach itself. It's not the beach itself, Marc Spears. You should know this. It's everything around the beach. Hey, thanks for watching Brother from Another on YouTube. Make sure you hit subscribe before you leave, and be sure to watch us 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Peacock. Appreciate you.